Hello everyone. So today in this class we are going to discuss a new topic. Today we are going to take the topic of money laundering. Now why are we studying money laundering and how it is important for exam point of view? तो आजकल का न्यूज़ देखिए, टीवी का न्यूज़ देखिए, न्यूज़पेपर देखिए, मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग का बहुत सारा न्यूज़ आता रहता है और इंडिया का एक ये सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम भी बन गया। ये मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग क्या है, मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग का इशू क्या है, तो आज का टॉपिक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग टॉपिक होने वाला है एंड ऑल्सो एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू ये टॉपिक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक है। ओके, सो नाउ लेट्स लुक एट द मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग का न्यूज़। तो इसमें अगर हमें ठीक से देखेंगे तो देखिए, द एनफोर्समेंट डायरेक्टरेट, व्हाट इज द एनफोर्समेंट डायरेक्टरेट? द एनफोर्समेंट डायरेक्टरेट जो है ये एजेंसी है, वो मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग केसेस को इन्वेस्टिगेट करते हैं। तो एनफोर्समेंट डायरेक्टरेट समन्स सोनिया गांधी इन कनेक्शन विथ व्हाट वी कॉल मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग का केस। ओके, लुक एट द न्यूज़ हियर। सेम मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग केस, द एनफोर्समेंट डायरेक्ट कंडक्ट्स रेड्स ऑन वीवो एंड सम अदर कंपनीज। सो नॉर्मली क्या होता है, ये जो मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग का केसेस है, ये केसेस न्यूज में आजकल बहुत आ रहा है। ओके, देयरफॉर देयर इज अ चांस दैट ये जो टॉपिक है ये आपको एग्जाम में पूछा जाने का फुल पॉसिबिलिटी है। सो वी हैव टू देयरफॉर प्रिपेयर वेल। नाउ लुक एट हियर, ये एकदम करंट अफेयर न्यूज है 2023 का। अभी इसमें देखिए, 14 ऑपोजिशन पार्टीज मूव द सुप्रीम कोर्ट against the central government for misuse of arbitrary use of enforcement directorate, and the same enforcement directorate is what we are going to study, the money laundering case ka agency, right? So what I am trying to say, when you look at this topic of money laundering, India ka economy point of view, India ka security point of view, current affair ka point of view, this topic is very important. And so we have to study this topic, understand the concept, so that exam mein it will be easy for you to study. So now look at this one. ये जो एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू में इस टॉपिक का अगर हम देखेंगे, ये टॉपिक किस सब्जेक्ट में आता है या किस पेपर में आता है? यू नो दैट वी आर स्टडीइंग द सब्जेक्ट ऑफ इकोनॉमिक्स. When you study the subject of economics, you always have the topic of money laundering. This will be part of what we call our financial market, financial system. And also money laundering becomes a threat. It is also therefore a question asked in another subject called internal security. So when you talk about internal security paper or when you talk about economics का paper, इस दोनों पेपर का एक कॉमन टॉपिक, एक कॉमन क्वेश्चन हो सकता है. दैट कॉमन क्वेश्चन इज मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग का टॉपिक. सो ये दोनों इकोनॉमिक्स और इंटरनल सिक्योरिटी आपको पूछा जाएगा जीएस पेपर 3 में. तो जीएस पेपर 3 प्रिपेयर करने के लिए वी हैव ऑलवेज प्रिपेयर इकोनॉमिक्स एंड इंटरनल सिक्योरिटी. मैं इसलिए बोल रहा हूं, ये मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग टॉपिक पढ़ने से आपका ये दोनों पेपर का प्रिपरेशन एक ही समय में हो जाएगा. ठीक है. सो नाउ लेट्स लुक एट द मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग का टॉपिक में एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन कैसे आते हैं. सो इफ यू लुक एट इट हियर, इट्स वेरी इजी टू अंडरस्टैंड. इंडिया का प्रॉक्सिमिटी टू टू ऑफ द वर्ल्ड्स बिगेस्ट इलिसिट ओपियम ग्रोइंग कंट्री. प्रॉक्सिमिटी का मतलब क्या होता है? क्लोजनेस. सो इंडिया का क्लोजनेस टू दिस टू कंट्रीज विच आर प्रोड्यूसिंग दिस इलिसिट ड्रग्स, ओपियम एक्सेट्रा, हाउ डज दैट बिकम अ थ्रेट या प्रॉब्लम फॉर इंडिया? यही सवाल यूपीएससी में पूछा है. देन दे आस्क द क्वेश्चन, व्हाट इज द लिंक बिटवीन drug trafficking and also other kind of organized crime, and one of the organized crime is also what we call money laundering. ठीक है. तो एग्जाम में मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग का क्वेश्चन आपको डायरेक्टली आने का चांसेस है. ओके, नाउ लुक एट द अनदर क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम यूपीएससी. अगर हम यूपीएससी 2013 का क्वेश्चन देखते हैं, 2013 का क्वेश्चन में क्या पूछा है? मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग पोजेस अ सीरियस सिक्योरिटी थ्रेट टू अ कंट्री का इकोनॉमिक सोवर्निटी. इकोनॉमिक सोवर्निटी मीन्स व्हाट? आवर ओन डिसीजन मेकिंग, आवर ओन वे ऑफ कंट्रोलिंग आवर इकोनॉमिक सिस्टम. सो देयर इज अ थ्रेट. एंड सो क्वेश्चन क्या पूछा है? व्हाट इज इट्स सिग्निफिकेंस फॉर इंडिया? ओके, इंडिया में मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग का सिग्निफिकेंस क्या है एंड व्हाट स्टेप्स हमें लेना पड़ेगा इसको कंट्रोल करने के लिए. So what are the steps that we should take to control money laundering? Okay, therefore if you see एग्जाम का पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू में ये टॉपिक आपको डायरेक्टली एग्जाम में पूछे जाएगा. So we need to be prepared for this kind of a question. And why I am telling now this topic is important, because now it is more and more coming in the newspaper. Therefore, there are chances that this topic can be asked in any upcoming exam. Okay. So now let's look at the money laundering ka concept. Now what do you see here is the washing machine. तो अगर हम पूछेंगे ये washing machine इसमें क्यों दिखाया इस इमेज में, yeah, we can ask the other question. This crime, why it has taken the name of laundering? Why not some other name? Why we are using the term laundering? So there is a connection. From there you will also understand what is the concept of money laundering. अगर आप देखिए ये कॉन्सेप्ट वेस्टर्न वर्ल्ड में स्टार्ट हुआ था. उधर जो हम लोग बोलते हैं जो माफिया जो ग्रुप रहता है, ये माफिया ग्रुप क्या करते हैं, इलीगल एक्टिविटीज करते हैं, क्रिमिनल एक्टिविटीज करते हैं. वैसे असम में देखिए वी हैव अ सैंड माफिया, नो वी हैव अ ड्रग्स माफिया, वी हैव अ ह्यूमन ट्रैफिकिंग का माफिया. माफिया इज अ ग्रुप ऑफ नेटवर्किंग पीपल. तो ये माफिया क्या करते हैं, ऑर्गेनाइज्ड क्राइम करते हैं, क्रिमिनल एक्टिविटीज करते हैं, तो उनको ज्यादा पैसा मिलता है. लेकिन ये जो पैसा है, ये जो इनकम है, ये इलीगल सोर्स है, क्योंकि इस ऑर्गेनाइज्ड क्राइम के द्वारा आपको पैसा मिला. इट इज नॉट अ लीगल सोर्स. तो अभी इनको क्या करना पड़ेगा, गवर्नमेंट को सबको दिखाना पड़ेगा ये जो पैसा इनके पास है, ये पैसा इलीगल से नहीं आया, ये लीगल सोर्स से आया है. तो वो कैसा करेंगे, कैसा दिखाएंगे. तो ये लोग क्या किया, इन्होंने एक लॉन्ड्री का बिजनेस स्टार्ट किया. तो लॉन्ड्री का बिजनेस नॉर्मली क्या होता है, वॉशिंग ऑफ क्लोथ्स एक्सेट्रा. लेकिन इसमें जो ट्रांजैक्शन होता है, दैट ट्रांजैक्शन इज मोस्टली बेस्ड ऑन कैश ट्रांजैक्शन. तो ये लोग क्या करते हैं, इलीगल एक्टिविटी में जो इनकम इनको मिला है, दे शो दैट इनकम एज इफ दैट इनकम हैज कम फ्रॉम लॉन्ड्री का बिजनेस. तो इलीगल इनकम इज शोन एज अ लीगल इनकम. दैट मीन्स ऑर्गेनाइज्ड क्राइम का इनकम इज शोन एज अ laundry business ka income. In that way what happen, you are hiding the source of your income. So from this whole concept, that hiding the source of income and showing it as a legal source, that is what we call money laundering. So why this term laundering and why we are using this washing machine? Because of the reasons initially people use the laundry business to convert money from illegal to legal. Is this clear now? So that is a simple concept. Exam में you don't have to write all this. This is just for your understanding what is this term, why it is used like that. Okay. So now let's look at the concept. Exam में हम क्या लिखेंगे? Okay. So now as I already explained to you, what is money laundering? So generally we say that money laundering is what we call processing, मतलब the transforming या changing, processing of income received from criminal या illegal activities. जो इनकम हमें क्रिमिनल या इलीगल सोर्सेस में मिला है, उसी इनकम को हम लोग क्या करते हैं, वी हाइड इट, मतलब वी हाइड द इलीगल ओरिजिन एंड शो दैट दिस हैज कम फ्रॉम सम लीगल सोर्स. देयरफॉर आई टोल्ड यू, माफिया ग्रुप ने उनका ऑर्गेनाइज्ड क्राइम में जो इनकम मिला है, दे शो दैट दिस इनकम हैज कम फ्रॉम सम अदर सोर्स. अंडरस्टैंड? सो दैट इज हाउ दिस कॉन्सेप्ट इज वेरी मच यूज्ड. In simple words, money laundering can be defined as what we can say, making money that comes from one source look like it comes from another source. मतलब क्या है, जो पैसा इस सोर्स में आ रहा है, हम उसको दिखाएंगे ये इस सोर्स में आ गया. Right? That means from illegal you change it to legal source. Means you hide the illegal source. That is the whole thing of what we can say money laundering. ठीक है? So I put it here as a simple way. Money laundering accounts for all the processes which include converting the source of income from illegal source to legal source. Clear now? So exam में you don't have to write so much. You have to write at least 2 sentences introductory. What is the concept of money laundering? Done. So now let's proceed further. Let's try to understand. When we talk about money laundering, as I explained to you already, mostly people are doing lot of criminal activities. Many criminal groups are doing criminal activities like what we can say kidnapping, extortion, drug trafficking, murdering, you know what we call today supari and all that, and then various other criminal activity. So here you can see arms trafficking, murdering, anything, kidnapping, okay, or digital crimes, etc. But you get lot of money, income from all these sources. Now what do? You cannot show to the government that I got money from drug trafficking. You cannot put money in the bank and say murder करने से मुझे पैसा मिला. So you have to show where is your source of income to the income tax official. So what you do, you try to hide all this. ये पूरा हम हाइड करके गवर्नमेंट को बताते हैं मुझे ये सब पैसा मिला है, ये दूसरा कुछ सोर्स से मिला है. Now that is what we call money laundering. It is clear now? So concept both easy है, just keep it in mind, nothing to worry. Therefore I put it a small chart here. Exam में you can use this kind of a diagram. Now if you see here, what is the chart diagram I am trying to show you? There is a normally illegal या criminal activity, what we call otherwise also organized crime also. From there you have lot of money which is coming from illegal source. फिर हम क्या कर रहे हैं, इस illegal source को convert करके we are making it into legal source. So this is what we call money laundering. Converting money from illegal source to legal source. So that is simply, you can say, the very idea of money laundering. So when you are going for exam, I would suggest that you can use this kind of a diagram, so that what happen, your answer will look very intelligent and also smart. Okay. So now let's look at the next one. मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग, जो हम मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग की बात करते हैं, नॉर्मली मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग का 3 स्टेजेस होते हैं. सो व्हाट आर द 3 डिफरेंट स्टेजेस इन मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग? द फर्स्ट स्टेज ऑफ मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग इज व्हाट वी से द प्लेसमेंट स्टेज. प्लेसमेंट स्टेज का मतलब क्या होता है? यू पुट द मनी इनटू द सिस्टम. आइदर यू स्टार्ट अ बिजनेस, या यू इन्वेस्ट इन सम शेयर मार्केट, या you purchase some land, etc. Somewhere you put the money, so that what happen, you can afterwards rotate it. Okay, so the first stage is what we can say placing the dirty money, illegal source of money into the system. Second stage में क्या होता है? You do layering. So what is the meaning of layering? You do multiple transaction. मतलब क्या? Suppose today I bought share. What I will do? I will sell the share. I will buy some other thing, like maybe a land. Then I will sell that. Then I will invest the money in some other business. So what happen? I will move the money from one place to another place, from one sector to another sector, maybe from financial sector to real sector and some business, and change business to business. Finally, जब मेरे ऊपर कुछ डाउट आएगा, केस आएगा, the enforcement direct को इतना मुश्किल हो जाएगा to find out where is the starting point. तो उनसे वो स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट छुपाने के लिए हम लोग क्या करते हैं? लेयरिंग करते हैं. लेयरिंग का मतलब क्या? यू रोटेट योर मनी, मतलब पैसा को इधर उधर घुमाओ. कभी कभी बड़े बड़े लोग क्या करते हैं, पैसा को इंडिया के बाहर भी लेके जाते हैं, वापस इंडिया में लेके आते हैं एंड कॉल इट फॉरेन इन्वेस्टमेंट. बट दिस आर डन बाय वेरी हाई फाई पीपल. बट सिंपल नॉर्मल ऑर्गेनाइज्ड क्रिमिनल एक्टिविटीज, व्हाट दे डू, they start a small business, a restaurant, some people start NGO ka trust, etc. Then they show the money coming to the trust as a donation. There are different ways of doing layering. एक बार layering हो गया, in the third stage is what we call integration. Integration में क्या होता है? This illegal money now finally comes out into the normal system as a legal source of money. So in these 3 stages what happen? Money laundering actually takes place. तो एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू में यू डोंट हैव टू एक्सप्लेन, क्योंकि आपको आंसर तो लिखना है 150 वर्ड्स में, राइट? सो यू जस्ट राइट दैट देयर आर 3 स्टेजेस ऑफ मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग. यू राइट इन वेरी शॉर्ट व्हाट इज द स्टेज ऑफ प्लेसमेंट एंड व्हाट इज द लेयरिंग एंड व्हाट इज द इंटीग्रेशन स्टेज. ठीक है? सो नाउ लेट्स गो फर्दर. द सेम थिंग व्हाट आई एक्सप्लेन्ड हियर, आई हैव प्रोवाइडेड अ स्मॉल चार्ट. नाउ कम टू द मेन पॉइंट हियर. So what is the main point here? एग्जाम में ये पूछा जाता है, because of money laundering, what is the impact on our country? That is a very important thing. क्योंकि when you look at money laundering, why it is a problem? Why we are after the people who are doing money laundering? We can simply say, okay, let them do, but we cannot do that. Why? Because money laundering can have a lot of bad impact on the country. So now, once again, from exam point of view, I am telling you, smart answer. Don't try to write long paragraph. It is not going to help you. So what you have to do, you try to write answers in quick points. Okay, because 150 word you have to cover your introduction, your analysis, the problem and solution also. Yeah, if it is a big question, okay, you have 250 words got to write, right? So let us try to make it short. Therefore, let's try to stick to the point. Now, first, I would like to highlight what are the impacts on the economic system of our country. So, number one, there will be constant fluctuation in foreign investment because sometimes money will go out of India. That's a hawala transaction, and the same money will come back to India as a foreign investment. So money will keep moving, coming, going, right? Therefore, what happen? There will be up down movement, जिसको क्या बोलते हैं? Fluctuation. Number two, there can be appreciation and depreciation of rupee. Why? When dollar comes into India from say foreign investment, rupee will appreciate. जब डॉलर इंडिया से बाहर जाएगा, rupee will depreciate. Okay, so as money comes and goes, I mean foreign currency, it will have an impact on our exchange rate. Number three, those people who are trying to do money laundering, वो लोग क्या करेगा? 10 रुपया का शेयर को 100 रुपया में खरीदेगा. So for them तो ठीक है, लेकिन जो जेन्युइन रियल इन्वेस्टर जो है वो इन्वेस्ट करना चाहता है, उसको तो शेयर नहीं मिलेगा क्योंकि शेयर का प्राइस आर्टिफिशियली हाइक होगा या ब्लॉक किया जाएगा. So therefore, I have put here the point, real investors unable to find opportunity to invest. Then we have a unfair competition in the market. Why? Because those who are having lot of money, they are doing black money, money laundering. They will be able to start some business with their black money. Okay, so it will be very difficult for others to compete with them. Okay, with a fair dealing. Then there will be fluctuation in GDP and employment. Why? Because when money comes, investment takes place, there may be a production. When money goes out, again GDP can fall. And sometimes we really do not know how much is the actual investment. Only sometimes we have figures, but they may not be real. They are only on paper. You know, that is all what we can say. I have put here one, distorted data. Because sometimes figures are given on paper, reality there will be zero. Like you have something called a fake company. We will say so many companies are there, but these companies are not real company. They only register, naam dal ke rakhta hai. Okay, they are also technically called shell companies. So therefore, this kind of problem will be there. Number 6, it also affects our saving and investment. Okay. Number 7, rate of interest will be changing because as I told you, when rupee appreciates या depreciate, RBI क्या करेंगे? उसका response में अपना rate of interest को adjust करेंगे. Therefore, our rate of interest also can go up and down. Therefore it affects our business investment. Then there will be a lot of black money because what is the issue of black money? When you do illegal activity, the money you get from there itself, it's a black money. Therefore, if you see, some estimates say that in India, roughly about 40% of our GDP is a black money. So it's a big issue. And government also before demonetization ने क्या बोला? Black money को बंद करेंगे, right? Number 9, tax evasion. So money laundering का main issue is that only. People who don't want to pay the tax, okay, those who don't want to show their income from where it is coming and what is what. So they are the ones who try to avoid paying the tax. And last one, it can also affect the RBI because of money laundering, RBI will lose the control over the economy. That is a possibility. Now look at society. These are very simple. सोसाइटी में इनकम इनइक्वालिटी हो सकता है, सोसाइटी में क्राइम बढ़ेगा बिकॉज मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग मीन्स व्हाट? देयर इज अ ऑर्गेनाइज्ड क्राइम या देयर इज अ एनी क्रिमिनल एक्टिविटी. सो क्राइम इन सोसाइटी विल इंक्रीज and also there will be anti-social groups will increase. There will be drug dealing, human trafficking, murders, kidnapping, etc. Also, this is another issue, funding of terrorism. Some people do that. Then unethical financial dealings also takes place in the country. Okay. Now, what about the government? Is there a problem issue with the government? Yes. Now look at it here. Government can become a corrupt system. That is the another issue. That means the officials themselves, like including income tax or whoever, officials themselves can become corrupt. They can be purchased by the groups. Number 2, there can be a failure of democracy. The institutions may stop working. They may not even catch the real culprits, so to say. Number 3, as I already explained to you, you may not have a proper correct data. You may have a data only on paper, which may not be the real data. You know, this is a very big danger in a country. We will estimate GDP to be 7%, 8% based on some calculation. Finally, they have to revise the estimate because the real things are different. Okay. Then compromised policy. इसका मतलब क्या है? जब गवर्नमेंट का करप्शन ज्यादा हो जाता है, the policy made by government might favor the corrupt people. So the policy can be compromised, possibly. Government can also become ineffective if there's too much of money laundering, too much of black money. You know, government ka revenue will also go down. There's a lot of issues are there. So the question when exam में normally पूछा जाएगा, what is the significant the impact of money laundering on the country? You can divide it into different section and you can answer it. Okay, so it's a long topic. I try to make it short because exam में you cannot write like a graduation long answer. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Accordingly, you prepare this. Now, how to control money laundering? So we have discussed what is money laundering, what is its problem. Now we are going to ask the question, how the country is going to stop this? What action are we taking? So in India, to deal with money laundering, we have what we call the Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002. This is the main act which deals with all money laundering cases. So now if you see, this act has come into effect from 1st July 2005, and recently the government has made some changes in the rules of money laundering. Okay, various aspects of money laundering. So some of that I will explain today. So now our question now is, what is the objective of this act, Prevention of Money Laundering Act? First one, this act tries to prevent money laundering as an issue. Number two, this act tries to combat prevent money which is going into illegal activities. That is their one of the objective, to stop money going to illegal activities. Number three, it also provides for confiscation. What is the meaning of confiscation? To seize the money, property which is involved in money laundering, which is income from money laundering. So government can actually therefore catch somebody in money laundering case, and if the fellow is caught and proven, then the property also can be taken by government. So that is the meaning of confiscation, and any other matter related to money laundering ka issue. So all that comes under this important act, the Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002. So now if you see this one, who conducts the investigation under this Prevention of Money Laundering Act? So when you look at this one, this Prevention of Money Laundering Act, okay, so here we have the Enforcement Directorate. Therefore, in the beginning I showed you news. The news is about Enforcement Directorate. So the Enforcement Directorate in the Ministry of Finance is the main agency which is responsible for what we can say investigating offences. Therefore, they summoned Sonia Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, Manish Sisodia, and many other people like Vivo company, etc. So they are doing investigation. So what is their prime objective? The prime objective of Enforcement Directorate is to implement two important acts. One is the FEMA, Foreign Exchange Management Act, and second one is the PMLA, that is the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. Now इस act में punishment क्या है? Suppose you are proven guilty and the special courts are there to deal with some of the cases of money laundering. So in that special cases, what happen? The punishment goes to 7 to 10 years. In some cases, the punishment will be 7 years. In some cases, the punishment can even extend to 10 years. Okay. And this is not a simple punishment. This is a rigorous punishment, imprisonment. And also, there is a penalty. In most cases, the penalty would be about 5 lakhs. Okay. And in addition, as I already told you, there is a confiscation of property. मतलब क्या है? जो property money laundering में involve है या prove किया जाता है, उस property को government confiscate भी कर सकते हैं. Okay, so this is what we can say the Prevention of Money Laundering Act का implementation as well as इसका punishment. Clear now? So now we are almost coming to the end. Now look at this one. 2023 में गवर्नमेंट ने इसमें नया अमेंडमेंट क्या किया? What are the some changes they have done? Just try to give you some concept here. So the government has now made it compulsory for many people involved in various kind of a transaction. वो जो पोस्ट होल्ड करते हैं उनको भी कंप्लायंस करना पड़ता है मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग के. मतलब what? They have to maintain records, they have to keep files, they have to report it, etc. So now if you see, the anti-money laundering regulation in India apply to a lot of entities such as companies, banks, okay, people who are dealing with the cryptocurrency, and those who are doing foreign investment in India, and those who are called NGOs and trust, they are all now brought under the money laundering का compliance requirement. इसका मतलब क्या है? These people are no kind of agents who can also do money laundering. Yeah, they can help somebody to execute the act of money laundering. You know, therefore government का ये जो नया है rule है, it has put all this. No, it even includes what we call the chartered accountant, the CS who are looking after company, या company का secretary, those who have done CS का no course certification etc. उनको भी compliance में अभी responsibility है. मतलब they can be also caught in money laundering case. Okay, so here I just try to provide you a list. It is not expected that exam में you have to remember all this, but still you should have an idea. Even prelims में इसका question आने का chances है. So for example, what is given here? Who are the different kind of entities who have to be following this compliance in India? Okay, so individuals, beneficial owners who get some benefit from the shareholding of a company, and companies and all individuals, okay, including the director of company, secretary. Therefore I told you those who have done CS, company secretary, then trust, NGO, foreign portfolio investor, partnership firm, those who are doing online transaction of purchasing share etc. Politically exposed persons are those who are holding significant post in public life. Okay, not necessarily they are a politician, even other officials are also included there. Okay, then banking intermediaries, then intermediaries who are dealing with cryptocurrency like crypto and system like Bitcoin and etc. because there lot of money laundering actually takes place, exchange of money. And then accounting professional like CA, CS, those who are doing cost and work accounting, CWA, cost and work accounting. Okay, so all these people are now brought under money laundering ka compliance. This is the new addition done this year 2023. Okay, just keep in mind current affair. Now internationally, who is the agency that deals with money laundering? India का तो हमने discuss किया, we have an enforcement directorate. Internationally, we have what we call a very popular agency. This agency is what we call Financial Action Task Force, या what we call FATF. ये जो FATF है, this is set up by the G7 country in 1989. Okay, it's a very important body, and this body actually puts different countries into grey list, black list, etc., etc. So Pakistan was recently put in grey list, and also it has come out of the grey list, but India wanted Pakistan to be in black list. Okay, so now this FATF जो है, ये FATF क्या करता है? It combats, मतलब fights the whole issue of money laundering, along with that financing of terrorism या प्रोडक्शन ऑफ वेपन्स ऑफ डिस्ट्रक्शन, ये सब के लिए अगर कोई फाइनेंस करता है उनके ऊपर FATF एक्शन लेते हैं. मतलब कंट्री लेवल, इट इज नॉट इंडिविजुअल, इट्स अ कंट्री लेवल. नाउ इंडिया इज अ मेंबर ऑफ FATF. ओके, सिंस 2010 वी हैव बीन अ मेंबर ऑफ FATF. ऑल्सो इंडिया इज अ मेंबर ऑफ FATF का क्या बोलते हैं? रीजनल सेल्फ स्टाइल्ड बॉडी, लाइक वन वी हैव हियर. इफ यू सी, इट इज कॉल्ड द एशिया पैसिफिक ग्रुप ऑन money laundering. Okay, we are a member of that. So this group actually put Pakistan in blacklist, but whereas FATF has put it in grey list. Clear? Okay, so now if you see, therefore money laundering is a very important topic, and money laundering topic पढ़ने में आपको एग्जाम में ज्यादा फायदा होगा. Okay, so if you have any questions, any queries, you can contact us. The contact number is here. Also website में, हमारा portal में क्या बोलते हैं, स्टडी मटेरियल अवेलेबल है, एमसीक्यू अवेलेबल है, सो यू कैन सॉल्व सम ऑफ दिस एमसीक्यूज एक्सेट्रा. स्टडी मटेरियल्स आर देयर, you can log into it. Okay, so we'll see you in the next class. Okay, we'll take some other topic in the next class. So you go through these questions, the topics, any difficulties are there, you can let me know. Okay, then see you tomorrow.